Why every great therapist should start an online business. 1, you're passionate about what you do and you want to help a lot of people. 2, you want to make some passive income. And 3, you want to not be so burned out with being a therapist day in and day out. I'm going to show you how to do this in this episode. I'm a therapist and I'm an entrepreneur. I've built small private practices and I've built big clinical practices. I've also built content online. I have courses, I have podcasts, I have all kinds of things going. And I believe that every therapist should create online business. When I started as a therapist, I was just excited to get my first client. I started my private practice, I started to get some clients, and I thought, wow, I might actually make it as a therapist. Before I knew it, I got really busy. I got a lot of clients, and I was enjoying doing therapy, but I was also getting burned out. I was getting tired of trading my time for money, and I was only helping one person at a time. Over the years, I started to just feel that burnout heavily. My wife would say to me when I'd come home from work, "Oh, one of those days again." And I realized something needed to change. I needed to create something different. I also knew that there was no time like now in order to create platforms and content online, but I didn't know how to do it. I figured it out. I know how to do it, and it's really not that hard. But I want you to understand a couple of things that might be holding you back from jumping in and creating online business. First off, you might be thinking, I don't want to abandon my clients. The reality is you'll help more people by putting yourself out there online and creating products and programs. I realized 3 things. I can help more people, I can make more money, and I can be less burned out. That's awesome. That was my way out of that chair day in and day out. Yet I still got to help people. That's why I became a therapist in the first place. If you have very good answers to very difficult questions for people, then you're actually doing the world a disservice by sitting in a chair and helping one person at a time. Right now, there's not enough good therapy out there. There's a huge demand for help, and there's not enough people to help them. So it's important that you get yourself out there and you create these products so that you can help as many people as you possibly can. One of my favorite things is when I wake up in the morning and I check my phone, I check my email, and I realize I sold 5 courses last night while I was sleeping. I made money last night while I was sleeping. I also helped people last night while I was sleeping. It's awesome. It's a really good feeling. There's also ancillary benefits to it. So if you build a platform online, you're selling courses and content online, you have a real following, it feeds your practice. It's the best form of marketing because you're building trust with a lot of people who want to come to you as the expert for help. Many therapists know that what I'm talking about is a possibility. They know that people are making money online helping people, yet they're not doing it themselves. And there's reasons why they're not doing it themselves. I'm going to talk to you about what's getting you stuck and why you may not be doing it. But before I do that, please subscribe to my channel because I'm going to have a lot of videos like this that are going to help you get over that hump to actually start your online business. One of the first things and main reasons why therapists don't get started is they just don't believe that they can do it. They don't believe it's going to happen. And so they want to do it. They're actually burned out and miserable in their day-to-day practice, and they want to do it, and they know they want that passive income. They know they want to help many people, but they have doubt, they have shame, they have fear that undermines them actually taking the steps to get started. I want you to think for a minute. If you have people coming to you and paying you for your time to help them, what are they paying you for? What is your specialty? You're looking at 2 things. You're looking at what pain do you have answers to, and how can they create transformation? If you have those answers, then you need to start an online business. We therapists are kind of interesting people. We have certain thoughts, I think, that are quite common with us. A lot of us therapists go into therapy because we believe in the greater good. We want to do good in the world. I remember one time I got a job one of my first jobs, and I was talking to my supervisor, and she was saying, yeah, I quit my last job because I was making too much money, so I came over here. And it hit me like, what is she saying? And there was this undertone of making money is bad. As a therapist, wanting to make money is a bad thing. I actually think that gets in the way of good therapists helping a lot of people. Making money is good. The more money that you're making by selling your programs and your products, the more people you're helping. And there's nothing wrong with that. Second belief that a therapist has is, I do therapy and I talk to people all day because I'm not good at technology. So I can't create online products because I don't know how to work the software. I don't know how to get started with all of that. Well, you guys, I'm a living, breathing example that you can be horrible at the technology part of things and still create online businesses. It's so easy. It's not that hard. The technology is just an excuse not to get started. The last fear is that I can't get in front of a camera, or I hate the sound of my own voice. So how am I going to create podcasts, YouTube videos, products when I don't like the way I sound and the way that I look on camera? Most people feel uncomfortable on camera at first, but I promise you, as you practice it, you get better at it, you get more comfortable, and you can overcome those fears and that shame that says you're not good enough on the camera. The last thing to do is to actually do something. If you sit every day and you wish that you were doing something, it's not going to do it for you. It's not just going to happen. So you need to go pay your tuition. What I mean by that is you need to go out and fail some. You need to struggle your way through creating these products, creating these platforms, creating an audience. Because as you do that, you'll get better at building these platforms and this business. So just take one step forward. Do one thing that's a little bit vulnerable, a little bit courageous, but do something to start your platform and your online business today. I remember my very first podcast episode. It was awkward. We actually were recording it on this little microphone on an ironing board. And one of the first things that I said was, this is what we're going to talk about today. And then I paused and I thought, I don't know what I'm going to say from here. And I said that out loud on the episode. And we don't edit our podcast episodes. So one of the first things that anybody heard from me was, I don't know what I'm going to say. Well, guess what? That didn't destroy me. It didn't ruin me. We now have over 200 episodes on the podcast. We've had over 1 million downloads. So yeah, I wasn't skilled. I wasn't refined. But you know what I did? Is even though I said that, I kept going. I kept talking in that episode. I came back the next week and I did another episode. And before we knew it, we had 30 episodes and 40 episodes. And I got better and better at the skills of podcasting. So because you're a good therapist doesn't mean that you're going to be great on a podcast. It's going to take some practice. But step into it and start it because the world needs what you can provide for them to help alleviate their pain. There are so many options and things you can do to get started. You can start a YouTube channel. You can start a YouTube channel with your phone. You can start a Facebook group. You can start a podcast. You can start an Instagram page. All of these things will start to build an audience. So one of the first things that you do before you sell anything is you start to create a message and build an audience. And there's so many ways to do it. TikTok, Instagram, everything social media. There's eyes there. And if you show up with confidence and you're able to give answers to that pain, then people are going to start listening. If this video is helpful and it's getting you thinking about starting an online business, then you're going to want to watch my other video right here, how a therapist, social worker, counselor can make over $150,000 a year in passive income. And why not go do it yourself?